I stare at my laptop, blinking, hoping the numbers will change on their own. They don't. The balance that should read $53,000, my entire college fund, my safety net, my future stares back at me zero. My heartbeat drums violently in my ears as sweat cools across my forehead. My fingers hover above the keyboard, almost praying this is a glitch. But when I refresh the page, the zero remains. No, I whisper, voice trembling in my empty Boston apartment. The UTMA account my grandparents set up when I was born, the one my father Gregory has managed all these years, is empty. Every cent gone. My hands shake as I grab my phone. Outside, spring sunshine bathes the city in a cruel golden light. I punch in his familiar Columbus number. 1 ring, 2 rings. Melanie. His deep, confident voice booms through the speaker. How's my college girl? I swallow hard, struggling to force the words past the knot in my throat. Dad. I'm looking at my UTMA account. It's empty. A pause. Too long to be innocent. Oh, that, he says finally, his tone casual, almost dismissive. I had to move some things around. Just borrowed it for a stock opportunity. Great timing, markets are prime. I grip the edge of my desk to steady myself. You borrowed $53,000 without telling me. Listen, honey, it's not a big deal. You'll figure it out. Take a semester off. Get one of those modeling jobs they pay well. You don't need to worry. The dismissal ignites something in me. That money was for my education? My voice says, unfamiliar even to me. Grandma and Grandpa set it up specifically for college. You can't just take it. Family helps family, he says, sighing as if I'm a child who doesn't understand. This is a fantastic opportunity. It'll benefit all of us. I close my eyes. Memories flooding the neighborhood barbecues where Dad held court. The image of the perfect family man. But it was Mom. Helen, who worked double shifts cashier at Robertson's Grocery by day, waitress at Finley's by night, keeping our home afloat. Gregory had played the role, and the role ended when the porch light went out. I need that money back. Now. Tuition is due in 3 weeks. Don't be dramatic. He snaps. You're 24. Stand on your own 2 feet. Handouts, I scoff. That was my money legally mine. I've got a meeting. We'll talk later, he says and hangs up. I call back immediately. You need to put that money back? Today, family matters more than money, he replies. Maybe it's time you quit wasting your time with school. Use what God gave you instead of racking up debt. The suggestion hits me like a slap. 4 years of architecture, Dean's List achievements, a growing portfolio, reduced to how I look in front of a camera. I'm not quitting school, and I'm not using my looks instead of my brain. I need my money back. I'm hanging up now. Call me when you're thinking clearly about what's important. I don't call back. Instead, I pull up all statements from the past year. The truth reveals itself withdrawals so calculated, so precise, that they avoided detection's systematic theft over 8 weeks, totaling exactly $53,000. I discover UTMA laws he had no right to maintain control after I turned 21. The room feels smaller as the magnitude of his betrayal sinks in. The man who lectured me on responsibility had stolen my future. I wipe a tear and open my laptop again. Fear turns into resolve. The bus ride back to Columbus the next day is 15 hours of watching farmland and rehearsing confrontations. What do you say to a father who stole your future? I arrive just after 6 in the evening. Mom is at the door before I can use my key, pulling me into a hug that smells of tomato sauce and lavender lotion. "There's my college girl," she says, her eyes tired but warm. Dad sits in the dining room, setting the table as if nothing has happened. I watch him carefully, searching for guilt. There is none. His arms gesture, pulling out my chair with practiced flair. Dinner begins. Dad extolling financial responsibility, oblivious to the irony. After dinner, he claims a work meeting and leaves. Mom retreats to rest, and I move to his office. The door unlocked as always. Sandalwood lingers. I sift through drawers, the file cabinet, and finally his navy jacket. Casino chip receipts from River West Casino, hundreds of dollars here, thousands there. He gambled away my college fund. I sink into his chair, heart racing, fear replaced by clarity. I access his computer, discovering VIP emails, ATM withdrawals, and a Diamond Club card tucked in his wallet. The evidence of years of deception is overwhelming. When Mom brings tea, I take it quietly, masking the rage inside. Dad returns briefly, checking the office, his practiced charm slipping slightly. I confront him. "I found the casino receipts." His face flickers. "Those weren't mine." He lies, defensive. "I have proof. My college fund, the money Grandma and Grandpa set aside, gone." "You're making a mistake," he warns, eyes dangerous. "No, the mistake was trusting you," I say, voice steady. I text Aunt Alicia, requesting a video call with Mom and all UTMO-related documents. I spend the night organizing evidence, creating a timeline of deception. Tomorrow, we will confront him and ensure accountability. Morning light cuts through the blinds like knives. My phone buzzes a message from Mom. "Breakfast is ready. Gregory left early." I nod, though she's not here to see it. The quiet house amplifies the tension. I've decided that today, the truth comes out. No excuses. No more protection of his image. I set up a conference call with Aunt Alicia and our family lawyer, who specializes in trust and custodial accounts. Screens share statements, receipts, and timelines. My hands tremble slightly as I explain everything. All withdrawals occurred between February and May. Every transaction is documented. Aunt Alicia gasps. "Melanie, this isn't just mismanagement. This is theft." "Yes," I say firmly, voice stronger than I feel. "Legally, I can recover it. Emotionally, that's another battle." Mom sits beside me, silent, gripping my hand. Her face, lined with decades of work and worry, reflects shock and sorrow. I can't believe he would do this," she whispers. The lawyer begins outlining options: formal demand letter, court intervention, and potential criminal charges. I listen, absorbing every detail, trying to suppress the tremor of fear and anger. My mind drifts back to Gregory's smug smile at dinner, unaware that the web of deceit he wove is now in full view. After the call, I drive to his office, parking outside. I watch him through the glass doors. He doesn't notice me, his focus on the laptop, the phone, the little black book of contacts. I step inside. "Dad," I say calmly, though my pulse feels like it's going to break through my chest. He looks up, surprise flickering before amusement replaces it. "Melanie, to what do I owe the pleasure?" I drop the files on his desk. "I owe you nothing. This is all you." He picks up a sheet, scanning quickly. "What? This can't be right." "It is," I reply, standing tall. Every withdrawal, every transaction. The money isn't yours. It's mine. Grandma and Grandpa left it for my education. You gambled it away. His smile falters. Mel, it's complicated. I didn't know how to tell you. You didn't tell me because you knew it was wrong. I snap. Rage makes the word sharp, cutting. I trusted you, and you stole from me. He leans back, exhaling. Family helps family. I was trying to manage things for us. Manage, you ruined my future. I scream. People passing by the lobby glance in, startled by the intensity. My hands clench into fists. Do you understand what that means? He opens his mouth, then closes it. Silence fills the room, heavier than anything I've experienced. I leave his office with files clutched to my chest, storming into the hallway, tears blurring my vision. Mom had warned me about his manipulative charm, but no warning could have prepared me for the scale of betrayal. Outside, the city feels louder, more indifferent to my pain. Back at home, I begin planning the next step. Legal letters, bank filings, and police reports form the skeleton of my strategy. Each piece of paper is a brick in the wall I am building between me and him. For years, I was taught to respect family, forgive, and move on. Today, I decide forgiveness is a luxury I cannot afford. The night is quiet, almost too quiet. I can hear the distant hum of traffic and the occasional siren. My phone vibrates. It's Gregory. Melanie, we need to talk. Please, don't involve the lawyer yet. I hesitate. Then, with deliberate calm, I type, "We will talk in court." The words feel final, like slamming a door on a past I cannot recover. Sleep eludes me. My dreams are filled with shadows of what could have been college lectures, late-night studio sessions, moments lost forever. Yet beneath the fear is a flicker of power. I am no longer a victim. I am an agent of my own destiny. The next morning, Gregory's office calls. He's panicked, stammering excuses, claiming mistakes and miscommunication. But I am unmoved. Every promise, every lie, every manipulation, none of it will erase the betrayal. That week, news spreads quietly through family channels. A few relatives call, expressing sympathy tinged with doubt. Are you sure, they ask? Maybe it wasn't his fault. Their voices echo the same pattern I've known since childhood: protect the family image, even at the cost of truth. I ignore them. Truth has its own rhythm, and I have learned to follow it. Then, late one evening, I receive an unexpected message from an anonymous number. You're not alone. I know what he did to me too. We need to meet. My heart skips. Another voice. Another victim. This could change everything. I set a meeting at a local cafe. The woman is older, sharp-eyed, her presence commanding. Melanie, she says. I nod. I'm Veronica. Gregory stole from me too, my inheritance, my savings. You're not the first, and unfortunately, you won't be the last. Shock and validation collide. My father's pattern is revealed not as an isolated incident, but as a methodical betrayal. I listen, recording every word, feeling a mixture of anger, relief, and determination. Tonight, I realize I am not fighting alone. The scale of his deception is vast, but so is the reach of truth. With Veronica's story and the lawyer's guidance, I finally see a path to reclaiming not only my money, but my dignity. The next morning, I wake with a sense of purpose sharper than any anger I've felt before. I meet Veronica at the lawyer's office. We sit side by side, going over her documents, bank statements, and emails. Each piece tells a story of calculated deceit, a pattern of manipulation that spans years. "Melanie," Veronica says, voice steady but fierce. "He thinks he can charm, intimidate, and lie his way out of everything. But this," she gestures to the documents, "this is undeniable." I nod, feeling a surge of solidarity. For the first time in years, I don't feel isolated. Our shared experiences create a bridge of trust and strategy. Together, we begin drafting a coordinated legal plan. Meanwhile, the tension in my own home escalates. Mom notices my intensity, worry etched deep into her face. "Are you sure you want to go this far?" she asks, sipping her tea. "Yes, Mom, I have to," I reply. This isn't just about money anymore. It's about integrity, justice, and protecting others from being hurt like I was. She studies me, her lips pressed tight. Finally, she nods. "Then I stand with you." Every step, the first formal step, is a demand letter, officially notifying Gregory of the discrepancies and the potential legal consequences. I watch as his expression shifts from disbelief to irritation when he receives it. The smirk he always wore begins to crumble. Then the calls start. Gregory's lawyer reaches out, attempting to negotiate quietly. "We can settle this," they say. "Let's avoid court." I smile faintly. Court is where the truth will be undeniable. I reply. My voice carries the calm of someone who has seen the scope of the betrayal and will not bend. Days pass, and the tension mounts. Gregory begins to realize the depth of exposure. Family gatherings become strained. Relatives who once dismissed my concerns now watch in silence, unsure where loyalty should lie. I see a reflection of the power of truth in their uncertain faces. One afternoon, I receive another message, a video. Gregory, unaware that it's being recorded, is boasting to a friend about how he managed to siphon funds from multiple accounts, trying to appear clever. My stomach churns with anger, but also with clarity evidence beyond doubt. I forward the video to the lawyer and to Veronica. "This is the smoking gun." I type, "No excuses left." That night, I sit on the balcony, city lights twinkling below, and think about the cost of all this. Betrayal leaves scars that money cannot heal, but so does reclaiming control. And for the first time in years, I feel a sense of balance returning. Then comes the confrontation that will change everything. The family lawyer arranges a meeting with all parties: Gregory, me, Mom, Aunt Alicia, and Veronica. The tension in the room is palpable. Silence hangs like a thick curtain. I step forward, presenting each document, each testimony, each recording. The room reacts: shock, disbelief, shame. Gregory's confident facade cracks under scrutiny. He stumbles over explanations, falters, and finally slumps into the chair, defeated. "You think this proves something?" he snaps, voice trembling. "Yes," I say steadily. "It proves that betrayal has consequences, that actions have weight, and it proves that I am not powerless." Mom watches, tears in her eyes, pride and relief mingling. Veronica sits beside me, a quiet acknowledgement of shared victory. The lawyer outlines the settlement and recovery options. Gregory will be held accountable, legally and financially. It is not vengeance, it is justice, and it is enough. Walking home, I feel the weight of years lifting. Each step is lighter than the last. I think of the younger me, scared, unsure, and betrayed, and realize she would be proud. She survived, she fought, and she reclaimed her life. That night, sleep comes easily. Dreams are lighter, free of shadows. In the quiet, I hear Mom's voice in my memory. You are stronger than you think, stronger than I ever realized. The morning of the final meeting arrives, tense and electric. I dress carefully, not for appearances, but for the strength I need to carry within me. Mom sits across from me, her hand clasping mine. No matter what happens, she says, remember your truth. Veronica joins us, her calm presence a steadying force. Together, we walk into the conference room. Gregory is already there, flanked by his lawyer, eyes darting nervously. The room is thick with anticipation, each heartbeat echoing in my chest. The lawyer starts the session, reviewing the evidence one more time. I watch Gregory's expressions bluster, denial, then finally, panic. Every lie he told is unraveling before him. Every attempt to manipulate or intimidate falls flat under scrutiny. I feel a strange sense of detachment, almost like I'm observing from outside myself. This is the culmination of years of pain, betrayal, and resilience. Every sleepless night, every tear, every feeling of helplessness, it all converges here. Then comes the moment of truth. The lawyer turns to Gregory. You have been found to have misappropriated funds and manipulated several family members. There are legal consequences, and restitution is required. Gregory's jaw tightens. You don't understand. I understand perfectly, I interrupt, my voice calm but firm. I understand that actions have consequences, and I will no longer be silenced, ignored, or betrayed. Mom's eyes glisten. Veronica's hand brushes mine in quiet solidarity. The room seems to hold its breath as the weight of accountability settles. Gregory finally slumps, defeated, a man stripped of his carefully constructed control. The lawyer outlines the restitution plan. It is substantial enough to recover the losses, enough to symbolize justice. It is not about vengeance. It is about correcting the imbalance, about restoring integrity to the family. After the meeting, we step outside. Sunlight spills across the city streets, warm and illuminating. I feel a sense of release I never thought possible. Mom wraps her arms around me, and for the first time in years, our embrace feels whole, unburdened by fear or resentment. Veronica smiles, her voice soft. You did it. You faced the truth and reclaimed your life. I didn't just do it for me. I say, I did it for all of us, for anyone who has been silenced, ignored, or betrayed. This is proof that strength, courage, and truth can prevail. The weeks that follow bring quiet healing. Relationships are cautiously mended, boundaries respected. Gregory is distant, no longer a looming shadow over our lives. Mom and I begin to rebuild our bond, rooted now in honesty and mutual respect rather than fear and conditional love. One evening, sitting on the porch with Mom, watching the sun dip below the horizon. I realize how far we've come. The scars remain, reminders of the pain endured, but they no longer define us. I think of the younger me, fragile and unseen. I whisper a promise to her. You are seen, you are strong, and you will rise. The journey of betrayal, heartbreak, and revelation has ended, but the journey of healing and empowerment continues. And for the first time, I walk forward unafraid, guided by truth, surrounded by love, and strengthened by every challenge overcome. The past will always be a part of me, but it will no longer control me. I have reclaimed my voice, my power, and my life. And that, finally, is enough.